Alright, I am starting the reconstruction process on my 2001 Saturn SC2. It got rear-ended, although I like to think that I got hit by a meteor, since the insurance isn't going to cover it anyway. And first thing that I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the trunk lid off. You can see it's not quite square anymore, so I'll need to pound that back into shape and hopefully salvage it. See how it goes. Okay, so I've removed the trunk latch and taken out all the wires. And I've taken out the bolts on the other side here, and I'm taking out the last bolt here. And just be careful when taking out these bolts, because once you do, the whole thing is going to drop. And so I'm going to put down the phone and take that last bolt out so that the whole thing doesn't fall on my window. Okay, so I got my bolts out, and you see this will just lift straight off of here, which I'm also going to need both hands for. Alright, trunk is off. There it is. Doesn't look so bad. Just a little bit misshapen. But you know, I've just stumbled upon an idea. If I just turn this car into an El Camino, I'm practically done. I don't think I'm going to do that. So here you can actually see the damage a little bit better now that I've removed all the duct tape. Yeah, actually, at the time of the accident, the frame inside was pressed up against the tire and keeping it from moving freely, so that's not good. I had to force that out before I could drive it home. But yeah, they sure did a number. Pretty much took out the whole back end. And I got my plastic reflectors back. It's all about priorities. Okay, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to see this, but to get the back quarter panel off, you have to remove these screws right in there, and they are covered with pieces like this that have these push plug things that you pull out the center part with a screwdriver, and then you can pry it out. And there's 3 of those little panels there. One that goes up here, one there, one down there, and that exposes the screws. So, continuing on. Okay, so more push pin plugs. I don't know what the proper name is for these things, but you know, all along the mud flap in here. That's not a mud flap. I don't know what. That's like a mud shield or something. So, yeah, gotta get those out too. Okay, here's an unexpected thing. There's another bolt. Probably can't see it very well, but it's right there, facing upwards. So, yeah, I'll take that off, and then I think the quarter panel will come off. Okay, so it turns out that there is another screw, even deeper back there, that goes straight up into the thing. And I fought with it. I tried getting a wrench in there, and it was tedious and awful. So finally I cheated, and I just drilled a hole underneath, and I was able to get a wrench in there. And piece of cake, it's out now. So yeah, don't fight it. Just drill it. So the thing still wouldn't come off. I discovered that there's a push pin underneath there too. So since I had already drilled a little hole, you know, there's my hole. So I was able to get the push pin out, and this push pin is not going back in, it's dead. So this is an extreme close-up of the back bumper, and there's another one of those push plugs here. Oh, yeah, that wasn't so hard. And let's take a look at this one. There we go. There we go, and there we go. Alright, the bumper just pulled off after taking out those three little push plug things. So now I'm looking at, it looks like 4 bolts to take off the inner portion of the bumper. So I'm going to do that next with a 13mm socket. On closer inspection, there's bolts, or actually nuts, on the insides that need to be removed. Maybe you can see them better on this side. Yeah. Okay, there's one there, and one there, and a couple on the other side. So I hit those with some liquid wrench. Okay, so here we go with the last remnants of the bumper removed. Unfortunately, I snapped a couple bolts in the process of getting them off. Guess maybe I should have used WD-40, I don't know. But there it is. It's still not very pretty. But before, yeah, see, that's what it looks like when it's not twisted. And after this, you might notice a little damage. You know, a little bit of deformation right around, you know, there. So, yeah, the next part is going to require probably a lot of crowbarring and pounding and maybe some welding, all sorts of fun. Keep you posted. So here's the next challenge. As you can see, this concave part of the frame of the car, well, it's supposed to be an outie, not an innie. Not to be confused with Audi, the car company. This is a Saturn. But, so my attempt here, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I've braced the inside with a lot of lumber and cinder block, and I've got an old bottle jack in here. And so what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to try and push that out by cranking the bottle jack. And let's see if this works. Well, it's definitely getting tighter. I think that it's actually working. Holy crap. I don't know how long this bottle jack goes. I may have to reset soon. Yeah, you can definitely see that the trunk is sort of expanding. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice when stuff works. Alright, well, I'm going to put down the camera and continue. Okay, I've been doing this several times and it seems to be working, amazingly enough. So, you know, just doing a lot of cranking with the bottle jack, and I thought we might be able to get a good shot of the dent popping itself out, which I thought would be cool. wow, look at that, it's all done. No, it's not. So after banging on it for hours and hours and hours and hours with a big hammer, I decided to dry fit the pieces together and just see if things are lining up. And amazingly enough, the screw holes are lining up. I don't have the quarter panel shoved in all the way on the front, so you can see it's bulging out there. But amazingly enough, it does look sort of like a car. I'm going to take the parts off and show the metal underneath, which is kind of anticlimactic because it's still awful. Okay, so like I said, it's kind of awful. You can see here that it looks like it's made out of used aluminum foil that at one point was painted black. Not pretty at all, but that's not important because nobody sees that part. I wish it didn't look so bad, but it is sort of back into the shape that it's supposed to be, with the exception of about 2 billion crinkles. But you can see it also needs a lot of work. The next step is going to be to get rid of all of this sealant that goes around the edges and do some welding. So that's going to be fun, but I think that's going to be tomorrow. I've been working on this thing all day long and I'm kind of tired, so the adventure continues another day.